Welcome back to the show. We've got the Bears on today. Butler County High School football in the house. Coach Brandon Embry, Gage Beasley, and Blake Toms. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start with you, Beasley. I think you played a little receiver, some D-back. You got 3 picks. Caleb was telling me earlier. That's pretty awesome. What's your favorite, offense or defense?
Probably offense. I like scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but I bet that is fun. Blake, you're also O&D line. Which one do you like the best? You like pass rushing, or what do you like to do?
When I was my freshman year, I really liked defense, but as I've got older, I love playing offense, especially playing guard now, getting to pull around a lot.
Like eating pancakes?
Yeah.
Well, like you said, first off, I never heard anybody call DB D-back, so that's a new one. Unless I thought we were talking about baseball for a second, but the Diamondbacks. But Gage, on this year so far, you've had a good year, both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You said you like offense more, but you're pretty good on the defensive side as well. What's that? What's your mindset when you're out there playing DB and going up against other receivers out there on the field?
You just gotta watch where they're going and watch the ball and make a play on the ball every time it's in the air.
What's your favorite part of playing defensive back? Because, obviously getting interceptions is a cool thing. You are pretty high up there with 3 on the season so far. What's your favorite part about playing DB?
It'd probably be just hitting people, coming down, running, and hitting people when they're running the ball.
Coach, we got a couple of your pieces with us tonight. Tell us about some of the guys that we're not seeing right now that have came up for you this year.
We've got Garrett Phelps at quarterback, second year starting. Putting a little more on him this year offensively. He stepped in, playing a lot of corner as well. Senior class, we've got Dylan Huddle at a linebacker. You've got Everson Padilla playing some DB as well, playing corner and safety, rolling both. He's our kicker as well. Jay Peralta at a DB and runs Z and H for us offensively. So we've got a lot of guys that play both sides of the ball. Lonnie Phelps plays both sides, you said we've got the Phelps family on the team, but Lonnie plays linebacker and F. Trevor Joyner, same linebacker and F. So we've got some guys, a little bit of depth built in, but it's a lot of the same players because we are a little thin numbers-wise and experience-wise this year. So a lot of guys playing a lot on both sides of the ball.
Caden, I said they got more Phelpses than the Kentucky Headhunters.
Obviously, Coach, after last year having such a great season and a great senior class who led the way offensively and defensively, you lose some guys. And obviously, with this year, you've had a really tough schedule so far, and it only gets tougher from here. So, how's it been navigating the season so far?
We've had a ton of injuries. We haven't been 100% since the third quarter of Russellville. So as we start getting healthier, I feel like we can get it back on track somewhat. The schedule is tough, but I feel like once we get healthy, get all the guys back, get all the pieces of the puzzle back, I feel like we can get back headed in the right direction the way we want to be. But, I don't like making excuses, but we have had a ton of injuries with an already thin roster. So Sloat finally got Blake back Friday night. He's been out a couple weeks. So when you lose one of your better linemen on both sides of the ball, it's hard at this level.
Yeah, anytime you're thin, Coach, you really can't, you can't have any setbacks really when you get to that point. And these guys are playing hard for you every Friday night. And I know as a coach, that's all you really want. But who knew the 3A District 2 would have 3 undefeated teams after week 5 too? So, you never know what's coming down the pipe. But I think you're proud of the guys, the way they've handled the season.
Yeah, things haven't gone our way. It seems like if a ball can bounce the wrong way, it does. I think it was Coach Stonebreaker at Adair we were talking. He said, I'll give it to Cal and that district up there. They're the SEC, but we're definitely the Big Ten of 3A. So,
I agree.
we've got a tough district slate. Every team is pretty good this year. A lot of seniors across the board with most of these rosters. So, I think on any given night, we can beat anybody. It's just got to start the stars have got to go back and align our way somewhat.
Blake, he said you've been out for a couple weeks. You finally came back. What's it been like for you? Especially with this being your senior year, you don't want to miss any games, right? So, how have you been dealing with these past couple weeks, dealing with injuries?
It's a really mental struggle sitting there watching 2 of your senior games that you can't play. One of them in Grayson County that I really wanted to be in, but at the same time, you have to think about later in the season playing district games and being 100% for those bigger games, and it's just one of those give-take kind of scenarios.
Absolutely. And then, just being with this tough district is going to be tough going far. I mean, you still have Glasgow left, you still have Franklin Simpson left, you have Adair coming up. What is it going to take for you all, besides, obviously getting all the healthy players back, what's it going to take for you all to turn the tide a little bit and get this season on course correct a little bit more?
I just think that we need to rally together. I feel like there's a lot of friction between all the players because obviously we had a great season last year and then nobody's liking the way it's going this year. And I think we just need to rally off that and put it towards these next 5 games and make it the best we can be.
Gage, everybody that's played any sport, they have either that one special memory or that one special game. What stands out in your career? What game stands out?
It'd probably be Clinton County, my sophomore year. I had one of my best games on defense. I had a pick 6, and I think I had another pick in the game too.
Very good.
That one would probably be it.
Coach, I'll give you this last question, man. As we head into this last half of the season, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just getting better every week. It's every week's a new week. We've got to keep grinding, keep working. Every game is a winnable game for us. We just have to, like Friday night, we hung tough with Hart for a quarter and a half. We've just got to put a complete game together.
For sure, Ryan.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, we appreciate the Bears coming in, and I'm from Emerson County, so I know the Bears really well. And I know what you're talking about, Blake, on that Grayson County game, missing it. You didn't want to miss that one. Well, guys, good luck the rest of the way, and you two guys enjoy your senior year. Glad you're back healthy, Coach. Thanks for bringing them down.
Thank you.
And keep putting it to them on the gridiron, and we'll keep putting it back at you right here on Sports Connection, WBKO.